This sewerage aqueduct was built around the turn of the century. And if you're wondering why I'm here, well, it's just one of many unusual items throughout Australia that are heritage listed. But despite its listing, it could still be demolished and lost forever. So how do things come to be heritage classified, and when are they legally protected? The National Trust and state-run heritage bodies are the most well-known groups listing properties and other items of heritage value. They also have very different powers, as Ray Tonkin, Director of the Historic Buildings Council, explains.
A National Trust listing identifies things that it thinks the community is interested. A Heritage Council listing or a Historic Buildings Council listing is a statutory list which provides regulatory protection to places that are seen to be significant. It also provides the owners with an opportunity of getting some financial assistance for their properties.
While the National Trust is a strong lobby group, with only a trust listing, the aqueduct could have already been demolished. With a state heritage listing, it is legally protected. And although there are still proposals to pull it down, many legal processes will have to be met before any further action can be taken. How does someone get a heritage listing?
An application from anyone in the community can be made to the Heritage Councils or the National Trust itself might do just that.
Are there heritage councils in every state?
Every state except Tasmania, and the Tasmanians are currently looking at heritage legislation.
Ray, what's the criteria for listings?
Something has to be of architectural, historic, social, scientific importance.
So how do people find out what's listed in their state?
Well, we publish our register, and that's available to the general community. But people should probably access local councils, go into their local council and find out if it's listed on the Historic Buildings Register, if it's listed by the National Trust, or if it's protected in a planning scheme, because planning schemes can be used to protect things as well.
So what are some of the most modern listings?
Well, probably the most remarkable one will be the Sydney Opera House, which is seen to be a prime candidate for World Heritage listing.
Well, it may not be your idea of heritage, but ICI House was completed in 1958, and it was Australia's first skyscraper. And now it's classified. While heritage councils certainly have a variety of listed properties and gardens, even more unusual things like boats appear on National Trust listings.
The Trust does classify things other than grand mansions and fine houses, industrial buildings, cargo sheds, factories, which are important to our industrial history. They may not look very nice, but they can be very important historically. We also classify trees, parks, gardens, landscapes, things that very rarely appear on anybody's legal register, because the powers aren't usually there to do that. But the Trust is out there recognising these places and fighting for the protection.
If you do classify, does it, in some cases, add some value to a property?
Oh, I think it certainly does, yes. I think if you have a private residence that succeeds in being classified, then I think you can undoubtedly add it to the value of your house.
Over the 10 days or so, the Heritage Festival Week will include a number of gala balls, dinner dances and concerts that will truly capture the spirit of Australia's heritage and history. So check what's in your city so you don't miss out on the fun. And if you'd like more information on Heritage Week or any of the segments on tonight's show, then ring us on our information line, which is 00 55 31600. That's 00 55 31600. And write down the name of the segment that you're interested in on the back of an envelope. Post it to us at Healthy, Wealthy and Wise, PO Box 180, Nunawading, Victoria 3131. Oh, and don't forget to enclose a stamped, business-sized, self-addressed envelope. Now, before the fun starts, next week on Healthy, Wealthy and Wise, Lynn Talbot takes us to Lake Yukonbean, a holiday playground all year round. I look at a rather fishy edition the whole family can enjoy. And Jim Brown tunes up for a truly musical experience. That's Healthy, Wealthy and Wise next week.